Niggas think I'm working backwards from quarter chronic peas and sour D, quarter peas and chronic lead to jealousy. I believe in karma, I believe to live, breathe and bleed with honor. I just need the bread, I don't need the drama. I just need a Dutch for me to breathe my ganja. When you involved up and down with on worm, they ain't got no choice except to call you the farmer. Ride in the Buick, deuce in the quarter. Ain't fucking around till they loosen the border. Loosen your order, certified order. You need to stockpile and stack, nigga, I taught him. I'm just trying to make money for real, but all the dumb shit is part of the deal. I'm just trying to save money for real. Now we say.
What up, peace. Right here, Behind the Scale. Out in stores now, courtesy of Mellow Music Group, Low Budget Crew. Right now we got my man Sean Bourne.
Yes, sir.
Right here, Behind the Scale. Classic album. Rockin'. What's up, brother?
Shit, man. How you feel?
Good. Just gonna get into some questions. Talk about the album a little bit. First off, let's start off Sean Bourne. Where's the name Sean Bourne from?
My man Dave, you know Dave?
Dave?
Yeah.
Watusi?
Watusi. My man Dave gave me that name.
Really?
Yep. We used to have a group named Moonshine back in the day.
You and Dave?
Like we was in high school. Yep.
Alright. So from now till then, you know, what was the Sean Bourne MC in high school and the Sean Bourne MC now?
It was on some straight like Wu-Tang shit. Wu-Tang was this shit, man.
Yeah.
Forever. So like,
you say a lot of your inspiration came from them?
yeah, definitely. Ray Ghost, Meth.
Yeah.
Meth first, man.
Yeah. So as far as the hustle, because you talk about, you know, being behind the scale, like the behind the scenes of not the drug kingpin per se, but you know, the average hustler, you know.
Yeah, it's for like the everyday person, man. You know, like we all out there just trying to make it, man.
How would you define hustle?
Doing what you gotta do to make ends meet, for real. Like hustle, get yours.
So you know, I feel like people hear hustling, they automatically think drugs. You know, somebody's doing something illegal, but that's not necessarily, you know.
Nah, that ain't. I mean, it's part of it, cause you know what I'm saying. That's how we grew up and shit.
Right.
But it's not the end all be all. However you want to get yours, man. Shit.
Right.
Niggas work 9 to 5s.
So growing up in the '80s, what's it like?
I grew up in like a back road. You know what I'm saying? Just like a bunch of country folk.
Alright.
Half the people, you know what I'm saying, related on the same road and shit. During the '80s and shit, all the drugs and shit started popping off. It was crazy. It was just like anywhere else.
Right. How did it affect, like, you know, we tend to see the big city life and how drugs affected the city, but, you know, it's a lot of, you know, back road, as you per se, or, you know, country folks especially, where it's almost like living in a third world country, but it's right here in America.
Straight up.
So how is, like, you know, how did drugs influence that community versus?
Drugs was everything, like, and it wasn't just like the '80s either. Like it was a generational type thing.
Right.
When you live in like small or tight knit communities and shit, like that's what's popping. A lot of people ain't have nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They get how they can. Shit.
Right. All right. So we transition into the '90s. Growing up in the '90s. Is that when you say?
'90s was different because I was growing up. I was a teenager in the '90s. In 1995, I was 15.
Okay.
So. All that rock and shit that was out,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Redman, Nas,
right?
Wu, all that shit.
Now, all right, 2000, 2010, 2012. How was what that happened? How has '80s and '90s influenced you to where you are today? Especially hip hop.
We try to make music we grew up on and shit.
Right.
So. It's just basically us emulating that, but with a new twist.
What would you think that new twist would be like? How would you differentiate Low Budget from, you know, everything? Like everything else out right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 2012. You know.
I think we bring that soul, man. We bring that soul. We make sample based music.
Right.
Like a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of people that's doing it, but it's not a lot of people that's chopping.
Right.
A certain way. Like
Right.
Kev doing, like you doing,
Right.
stuff O doing, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people do it the way they do.
All right.
It is part of the deal. I'm just trying to save money for real. Now we saving case money, it's real.
Change, it ain't the same.